In the beginning of the first quarter of the 20th century, in 1923 to be precise, the Garnier family, the renowned Paris publishers, built Le Chateau Lacroix in Normandy, France. Fast forward almost 100 years to 2019, and my two friends sold everything they had to buy the chateau. How sad and unloved it looked after many years abandoned. There was so very much to do, from knocking down wall to dancing to the gramophone. I'd love you to join Miss Anna and Peter as they take you on a journey to make the chateau truly splendid again. Oh, how they love all those renovation projects. Come and join them with an insight into their life in France. Show you around, old sport.
Imagine living in your own newly built chateau in a Regency style with no maintenance worries, a lift to get you to all 3 floors, a jacuzzi on every floor, and all for less than $400,000. So today's video is about a project that first began in 2014. The developer was a company called the Sarrett Group, and they hoped that luxury aesthetics in a chateau style would appeal to foreign wealthy buyers. The location for this development is in Turkey, in their northwestern mountain region. The Sarrett Group poured in multi-million pounds into this project and unfortunately have now gone bankrupt. This is a story about when money cannot buy you taste.
Luxury housing development was located in a village called Marjornu, which was halfway between Istanbul and Ankara. The development plan consisted of 732 chateaux, all surrounding a central hub of retail and other commercial uses. And in my view, this is part of the problem, the fact that all of the chateaux were absolutely identical. I can't think of another residential development where every single property is the same.
Potential homeowners can choose from 3 different layouts of chateaux. Externally, the chateau would be one blueprinted design, but internally, you could have a number of alterations, amendments, and personal touches to make it your own.
It was decided that the rather beautiful style chateau be repeated over 700 times, meaning you have this endless row upon row upon row of identical properties. In my view, this is why the development has partly failed. Who on earth would want to live where you have no sense of identity or individualism? Also, part of the planning requires that no external alterations can be made to the facades, so you can't even have a different colour scheme to your neighbour.
The vision for the French-inspired chateau development had at its centrepiece a huge-scale classic domed building. This would be the community hub, and it would have its retail, its cinema, its restaurants, a nursery, and even conference facilities. So there we are, guys. The development is unfinished. The company has gone bankrupt. It's over $20 million in debt. Most of the properties are half finished. And the shame of it is architecturally, I think, each individual property is quite pretty. And of course, built with modern building standards would be very livable in. But the shame of not having the vision to provide an estate with some differences in design, I think is the fundamental error. And of course, people will say the climate and the international problems have all played their part. But actually, even if they weren't there, would this scheme have been successful? So I hope you enjoyed that video. We will keep our eyes on the chateau market, and our audience, our subscribers, I'm sure would like to see what's happening out there. So thanks very much for watching, guys.
Please help my good friends. Press like and subscribe to stay tuned for further adventures, old sport.